I am back after a million years. Finally gonna play some Redguard, which I had trouble with, as I mentioned in the previous video. But I finally got it working okay, so let's try it out. Project Leader, Todd Howard. Normally I don't talk over like video cutscenes like this, but it's just a credits one, so it's not much happening. So I got GLiDOS. I had to pay $10 to get the full version of GLiDOS to run this game. And it runs okay so far from what I've tested, but unfortunately there's no background music, so I've tried everything I could to try to get music to work, but I just can't get it to work.
It is late in the Second Era, a time of war, as the empire of Tiber Septim sweeps through the kingdoms of Tamriel in a glorious bid for conquest. Septim is opposed on all sides, but never more fiercely than by Hammerfell, the ancestral home of the Redguards. The High King of Hammerfell, Thasard II, resists the imperial invasions even as he sees other kingdoms crumble, until at last, without warning and surprisingly devoid of court treachery, death takes its full measure. With its High King dead, Hammerfell is crippled, plunging into a bloody civil war between the crowns, fighting for their homeland's continued sovereignty, and the forebears, who have finally accepted the Emperor's rule. The crowns, led by the heir to Thasard, Prince Ator, are continually victorious, spilling the blood of the forebears across Hammerfell's sands. From his seat of power in the port city of Stros M'kai, Prince Ator slowly reunites his father's unraveled kingdom. Feeling their impending defeat, the forebears sign a pact with the Emperor, allowing him to bring his armies in, crush the crowns, and rule Hammerfell as his own. Tiber Septim's armies prove too much for the proud Redguard crowns. Tiber Septim sends his best commander, Lord Richten, to Stros M'kai to close the grip on Prince Ator and the crowns. The prince rallies his forces for one last stand. Knowing that Hammerfell's sovereignty is at stake, the crown forces match the might of the empire, meeting them in the harbor of Stros M'kai for the final battle. The fighting is fierce. Lord Richten, having seen the prince's victories at sea before, decides to bring his last resource to the fore. The dragon, Nathalilagus, proud jewel of the imperial crown. Ator commands his archers to ready their weapons, but is struck down himself by Richten's assassin, felled by an arrow whose poison spreads too fast. Ator's wizard attempts to save the prince, but the dragon ends his magic and the crown's hope for victory in a single fiery breath. Having conquered the crowns, the Emperor's forces claim rule over all of Hammerfell. Imperial garrisons are stationed at every city, and Richten himself is named provisional governor of Stros M'kai. Months pass. The Redguards of Hammerfell, both crown and forebear, learn to live under the new imperial rule, and Tiber Septim extends his reach into the rest of Tamriel. It is only through fate that any of this will come to concern our hero, Cyrus, a Redguard who long ago left Hammerfell to wander the borderlands of the Empire.
Crimea, Cyrus, eto forwakecher okodor.
Let's make this short, Sarathra. I've got work to do.
Balizihataratami. Sicho.
I leave with Duardin's men in an hour.
Renrigi intnor. Hoko o imperial ja. Iko po fam rototvelk.
You should know you got me the job.
Tragir. Sratra kol kotero to Hammerfell. Boshe in rot.
The seal is broken.
Sratra warrega.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Nukodwadin. Sratra X Kyle.
Izara.
Rolita dek kaudor.
I need a ship.
To board the koi Sratra nakovik warabarashi.
Money, too.
Sridwadin ja. Epako ja srik. Pur Sratra kadoaliter beko.
We haven't spoken in 10 years. There was trouble.
Kakatar.
I killed her husband.
Hammerfell's prodigal son, Cyrus, returns to the province of his birth. He buys passage to the island of Stros M'kai in the hopes of rescuing his sister, Izara.
Get below is what the pilot said to the wet-eared knaves before him.
The Restless League is claiming this cargo,
Said the other with cruel clarity.
Probably wouldn't make a difference if I told you I had no time for this.
This is about Redguard armor, boy. Stand aside.
Yes, a doubtful notion it is. Piracy and politics. But there you have it.
Never been much for politics. In my day, piracy was honest work.
Don't be a hero, boy.
Where's the money in that?
And yea, verily, by his bravery they were impressed for a scant few seconds.
You're rusty. Move over. You're rusty. Move over. Let me have him. My turn. Get to his other side.
You two dance very well, but alas, let me show the whelp a thing or two.
Come on.
You two dance very well, but alas,
Small cut. Nothing. My turn.
let me show the whelp a thing or two. Let me show the whelp. He thinks to himself, I'm a fair hit, but it won't. We could use a sword first.
You're rusty.
Let me show the whelp.
Get to his other. My turn. You're rusty. Move over. You're my turn. Get to his other. You're
A fair hit, but it won't.
you get to his other side.
No!
First time, huh?
He thinks to himself, you really...
Man, the combat controls in this game are so freaking bad.
Cyrus!
Captain, good to see you back in command.
Please call me Brennan. You disposed of those ruffians so quickly, I had no time to retrieve my sword from my cabin.
That's so, hmm?
Look, over there. Let us move on before more show up.
How'd they get on the boat with all those sharks in the water?
I hope this letter finds your hands, friend. My latest travels have brought me to Stros M'kai, and no one here has seen your sister for 3 months. I fear the worst. I feel obligated to stay for a few weeks. I'll be at the Dragon Tail Inn should you return. Tobias.
Now here's another weird graphic glitch I get. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because I'm not playing at 640 by 480. I'm playing at a slightly higher resolution, so there's like a weird gray border, but it only happens like sometimes or during load screen, so right now I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so now I can move my character like normal. Man, like, I can't really... Oh.
Cyrus, and how do you do?
Let me talk to this guy first.
Brennan, can I have a minute?
Anything for your like, Cyrus?
I am looking for my sister Izara. Perhaps you have heard of her.
I'm afraid not. Before the Empire cleaned things up, Stros M'kai was a pirate haven, avoided by honest merchants like myself.
The pirates who attacked us spoke of a restless league. Have you heard of them?
Other captains tell me the remaining banditti have organized themselves against the Empire's crackdown on smuggling and piracy.
How has Stros M'kai fared under its new imperial masters?
The locals are still chafing at the bit, but in time, they will come to appreciate the benefits of membership in the Empire.
That's so, hmm? I am meeting a friend at the Dragon Tail. Can you direct me?
I can't recommend it, but it's the only drink hole in this godforsaken town. Up the bridge, you see to the right, through the gate to the town square, you will see the sign.
The Empire has done well in its conquest of Hammerfell, you think?
Absolutely. No offense, but Hammerfell is in need of some law and order.
It seems the Empire has not eliminated all the pirates from Stros M'kai.
Apparently so. They've become bold, attacking a ship so far into Hunting Bay. But give it time. The Empire has only been here a few months.
Thanks. We'll talk later.
Alright. Can I go into his cabin?
Your health, lad.
Get away from me, Brennan. Trying to see if I can go in your cabin. Alright.
Don't wave that blade around here, lad. It bothers the civilians.
I should probably look at the controls, huh? Options, controls. So this is how bad the controls are. Like, I gotta use the arrow keys to move, and then I gotta use control as use, but it also like brings up my sword, I think. So that's why I just like brought up my sword, trying to go in this door. View, that's just to move the camera around. Jump is space. Walk is left shift. Items is I. Map is M. Log is L. Sword. Health. Alright. Let me try log. Here you go, I got some journal here. What's health? Oh! I pushed H and my health went up. Did I just like use an item? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So I have 5, I'm guessing potions, 53 gold coins, a sword, and this leather. So if I do use,
It doesn't do
oh
anything
okay.
by itself.
Ah, Cyrus. And how do you do?
Alright, move.
I need to use this with something else.
Ah, Cyrus.
Dang it.
And how do you do?
It's locked.
Alright, it's locked.
Your health, lad.
My health is 100%. If I use
I
coins.
can't use this by itself.
Oh, okay. Let's talk to a lady. Hello.
May I trouble you for a moment, my lady?
Lady, you say? You must be new in town. Besides, Fiona would have remembered you.
Cyrus, at your service. Do you know a young lady named Izara? My sister, last seen over 3 months ago.
Azara, yes. I see the family resemblance. Can't say I know her, though. She was all caught up in them troubles we had when the young prince was killed.
What is news around Stros M'kai these days?
That it's best to keep your mouth shut or end up in the catacombs. Or worse.
Have you heard anything about a group called the Restless League?
They claim to fight the Empire, but they seem more interested in plunder from what I can tell. They make a point to target forebears, though, so I guess they aren't all bad.
A friend is meeting me at the Dragon Tail. Do you know it?
Sure, Fiona knows it all right. Used to be a favorite of mine till that damn lizard barkeep got all high and mighty on me. Does this friend have a name?
Tobias. Do you know him?
Did Hunding hate goblins? Of course I know him. One of my best customers, and I'm no lie. Any friend of Tobias is a friend of Fiona. I'll be happy to help you out any way I can.
Maybe you can help me. Tell me more about the recent troubles in Stros M'kai.
You know, the civil war between the crowns and their forebears. You really aren't from around here, are you?
Tell me more about the crowns.
They supported Prince Ator after his father died. True Redguard patriots. What's the pity?
What of these forebears? Who are they?
Forebears? Pah! And they call me a whore. Sold out the prince and left us with the streets full of fine soldiers and not an honest ring to any heel.
Was my sister involved in the Civil War in some way?
Well, I don't want to spread gossip, especially not to her brother. But they say she was friends with the prince. Good friends, you know. So it's no wonder she disappeared when Fat Boy came to town.
Fat Boy?
Oh, sorry. I mean His Imperial Highness Provisional Governor Lord Rickton.
This lizard barkeep. An Argonian?
Don't know his politics, but that Drakius is a damn nuisance to us working girls. Pretentious of grandeur he has. Nobody before bears in there now anyway. And I wouldn't catch their get for any Carter coin.
You don't care for Drakius, then?
Well, he's not a bad sort for a lizard. Him and me just don't see eye to eye on the friendship of the thighs, so to speak. But he knows anyone who's anyone on this island. No mistake.
Tell me about this Rickton.
He's a bad one, he is. Fiona can tell. Invited me up to the palace once, but I won't be back. Maybe Fiona's not a fine lady, but she's an honest working girl and doesn't like being treated like dirt. And she definitely doesn't like being watched by that sneaking, prick-eared shadow.
These catacombs. Some kind of a dungeon?
That's where Fat Boy's horses any crowns he can catch, under the palace, where the dragon lives.
Where is the governor's palace?
The poor dead prince's palace, you mean. Just keep climbing up the hill, you can't miss it. But don't expect to sneak your way in.
Who is this shadow you speak of?
Fat Boy's pet assassin, Graham. A ghoul from furthest Morrowind, they say. Those red eyes of his watching me. No, Siona won't be back to the palace. Not for all the coin in Hammerfell.
Oh, Morrowind. I just saved that place.
A dragon lives in these catacombs?
That's how Fat Boy beat the crowns. The Imperials, at least, think the dragon's still down there, laying about on the Royal Sea of coin.
We'll talk later. Be careful.
Alright. After a long conversation with her, who else should I talk to? See what the guards say.
One moment.
Go about your business, Redguard.
Nothing.
Cyrus, sweetheart.
Ahoy there, sailor. Can I have a word with you? Greetings, stranger.
What can I do for you, friend?
The question is, what can I do for you? The young stranger in town, fearless, footloose, and fancy-free, a little light of purse, perhaps? I have a proposition that may appeal, but first allow me to introduce myself. Katero, contractor of Stros M'kai, at your service.
Cyrus. Charmed. I wonder if you know my sister, Izara. I've come to Stros M'kai to find out what's happened to her.
I'm afraid I don't know her. I'm just a simple working man. You might try Dreekius up at the Dragon Tail. Pretty much everyone in Stros M'kai passes through his door eventually.
I'm supposed to meet a friend at the Dragon Tail. Can you direct me?
It's the only watering hole in town. Follow the ramps uphill to the town square. Bit of friendly advice? Watch your step. The forebears are a touchy lot these days.
Tell me about this job you have for me.
A simple task. Pick up an amulet from the Gasta and deliver it to the governor's palace. Now, to be honest, I've been having trouble finding someone to take the job. But I'm sure a robust lad such as yourself pays no attention to silly local superstitions. Are you interested?
What superstition? But I guess I'll take it. Already getting side missions.
Sure. I'll take the job.
Splendid. Here's your 100 gold. I'll have the rest for you after you deliver the amulet to the governor. Well, I'm sure you won't have any trouble, but, you probably want to do this during the daylight.
Is there a day-night cycle in this game? I wonder.
What superstitions do the locals harbor about this Nagasta?
Oh, you know, they call him a necromancer, prattle about him stealing people's souls, armies of undead, you know, that sort of thing. Nothing a well-armed fellow like yourself would worry about.
We'll talk later.
I don't like the way your journal is in this game. It just seems like a long wall of text that you just scroll up and down. They don't really have it like sorted. Oh well.